Hello everybody and welcome back to Crusader Kings, where last episode our ruler died, and thus there is an independence faction. Do we expect additional factionalism behind this? Perhaps a Liberty faction, but we can actually allow that to fire. That's not the end of the world. And we can probably do something about this anyway. Is there anybody here that we can negotiate with? Not that we really care too much about this faction. Yeah. That seems fine. So what we're going to do is we're going to need to crush this faction. This guy has like 20,000 troops, and we're not going to raise just yet, but we are going to preemptively raise troops on him, for sure, assuming that this faction is going to go off. However, we can create titles. I think that we should bank cash for the time being. I am not ransoming people right now. That is not going to be a thing. I can tell you that right now. That is simply not happening. Okay, so there's another faction against us. That's great. We want people to be fairly spread out in these factions. But we're not surprised that we're going to have a rebellion on succession. So I think we have no real way to manage this, so we just let this fire. He's got 12,000 troops. And we just want him to be the faction leader, and we don't want to capture him. So we're hoping that he's not going to personally lead the troops. They're going to raise in 1 month. We're going to pre-raise over here-ish. I feel like it should actually be back here. 39 days. Yeah, that'll be fine. We're just raising back here for safety. We're going to raise about 20,000 like we did before. And they're going to fire eventually here. So that's 12,000 and 15,000, 18, 20. Okay. Now we're going to move up over here and we're going to split this in half so we take less attrition. There's still going to be attrition over here, but we'll have it a little more spread out. Now we're going to grab our mangonels here and move them up over this way. And these guys are going to move over here. He would be honored by such a gift, it's true. He suspects something's off. Sure. We are, of course, conspiring to kill our brother. What could possibly go wrong? There's the independence demand. I will not be threatened. As I said, we are letting this go off. These guys are going to group together, but we're going to split off all of these levies. These are unnecessary in this army. And then we want to come up over... Actually, I want to look at this. Yeah. This is fine. I want these guys to come up over here. All of these guys... Actually, I really do want to head into the capital right away. So there's a bunch of desertion that just happened. That's not shocking. And our marshal left. Yeah, he is part of this rebellion, so that's fine. And we do need a spy master. We'll put this guy in, and we want him supporting our current scheme. Okay. There's another faction behind this. This is unsurprising. Man, that's a big desertion, though, that happened. That's a huge desertion, actually. Yikes. We need to get all of our troops in there. A tragedy, truly. Okay. He is dead. We're now a murderer. That's fine. Because we got these locations back. So at this point, we need to grant these back to a low noble. Okay. We're going to need to raise additional troops, and where are we at with our armies? Yeah, we kind of filed in one by one. I was not expecting as big of attrition ticks, or not attrition ticks, rather, but as big of desertions as happened there. We'll come on in here. Crime cannot go unpunished. And yeah, we're going to lose this, but what we... Oh, we're not there. We're still not there with our men-at-arms. Okay, they got there in the end. They got there in the end. Phew. Now, we're going to retreat. Where are we retreating to? This is a terrible place to retreat to. That is not where I told you to retreat. Okay. They're coming down this way. We do have a number of troops here now. This is plenty. Make your way in. These guys, they're all going to come up here, and they're going to start sieging. We need to get sieging war score on our side at this point. Like I said in the last episode, sieging war score is really strong. Like, incredibly strong. There is another faction behind this, and as expected, this is actually Tengri Populace and the Liberty faction. The Liberty faction we're not too concerned about. The Tengri Populists, can we negotiate with any of these gentlemen? No, I don't think so. Or ladies. There are 2 ladies in the faction, to be clear. Okay. So, this guy. Oh, this is easy. So, we will put our half-brother into this. There we go. Perfect. So, there's that solved. For now, anyway. Next up, the Liberty faction. Now, this one we can allow to pop if we want to, but I kind of don't want to. When we can just do this. Beautiful. For now, no faction issues. These guys will finish their retreat eventually. And then we're going to want to... 3 years on this. We're going to want to just chase these guys down if at all possible. I mean, we don't want to take this battle, obviously. I definitely shouldn't have just filed in the way I did. But I wasn't expecting as big of desertions as happened there. Okay. If we time this correctly... Like I said, I don't want to fight them in this location with these troops. However, this wouldn't be awful. So we'll head on in over there. These guys are arriving at their retreat point. This is good. We need to get ticking war score back onto our side. That is vitally important right now. And we're going to give battle here. We do expect to win this battle, to be clear. These guys are going to group together for the time being, and they're going to walk in over this way. Actually, we do need to siege here first. Okay, so they have reinforcements on the way. They will arrive very shortly, but they're too late. We were able, essentially, to fight their army in 2 chunks. So that is excellent. And winning this battle should pull back the battle war score. And yeah, this siege is 30 days. That'll be fine. We gained a level of devotion. Perfect. And we are probably... What do we want to do right now? Chase down additional armies? Maybe. Slow siege here. Let's see how long this slow siege is going to take. We have a daughter. Okay, cool. 19 months. I mean, we're not going to slow siege that whole time. That's for sure. We're going to pull back some of this war score. And I think we're going to pursue these guys down over this way. How many total troops do they have? 88,000? Sure. That's fine. So we're currently at minus 9%. We need to pull back the ticking war score at this point. This is neat. They're fighting some of our enemies over there. Over 1,000 casualties. Yikes. I think we'll just chill here for now. And we definitely need to split off some of these forces. Specifically, what we need to do is we need to grab... They're retreating over this way. That's fine. We need to grab our horse archers and our armored horsemen. And honestly, somewhere around... half of these levy troops. Something like this. These guys are going to head over this way. And that is completely fine. So we do have 19% on ticking war score, but that's going to go away in just 30 days here. We are going to take attrition walking over this way, but that's fine for now. I would like to split these guys in half to take less attrition. We're still going to take attrition. Don't get me wrong. We'll take less attrition. We want to get 3 slow sieges going here, and hopefully this will force them to respond. Our fast siegers are going to walk over this way. We're currently positive in war score. Oh wow, look at this. We made good progress on this siege. We have a son. That is very, very good. Instantly, we're going to give this son a stewardship education. Because what do we need? We need more domain limit, is the answer. High Medieval Era will be unlocked in 2 years. Coinage will be done in 11. We don't care about that. Or actually, we do care about that. Hereditary Rule will be done in 11 years as well. That one we don't care about. So coinage is going to be horseshoes next, and then we're going to skip Hereditary Rule and Chronicle Writing and head directly into the High Medieval Era. That is the overall goal. And they're doing a lot of sieging. That's to be expected. Ticking War Score is back on our side now. And we're just going to keep sieging this. Yeah, we're taking attrition. But we're actually making reasonable progress here. Enemies left the war. Great. Not that that's too important to the overall balance of power here. Okay. We're up to 26% war score. We don't want to fight them if we can at all help it. We want to prevent them from getting these sieges, sure, but we're sieging faster than them, and more importantly, we have ticking war score. So this is great. Technically, we're still down in battle war score, but we don't care. They have a large number of troops over here. We may want to think about raising additional troops over here, if necessary. We'll think about it. There is another faction behind this, and that's the Liberty faction again. We can make this happen, though. That's just fine. Half-brother? Sounds great. No problem there. Okay, they're actually fighting each other over here. That's neat. We have a stewardship perk available, and we are absolutely going to take golden obligations. And then we're going to raise additional troops over here. We see them coming in over here. We want to free up these guys, if at all possible. They're coming to stop our siege force, is what they're doing, I think. So this force is going to be freed up in a moment. I want to split off our horse archers and say these units of levies. They are going to be moved up over this way. We're going to split off our knights for sure. We're going to leave, like, say, this force here. They're going to move up here. These guys, we're going to leave this force, and otherwise, these guys, actually, these guys are going to come up here. We're going to need to give battle, it looks like, so we're prepping for that. We're not going to move these guys forward. Okay. Let's see what they want to do here. We're going to stop gathering. We're going to group up over here. This siege is over. So these guys can head on up. We're grouping together. Now, we would like to move into here, and that's something that we actually will do. I want to get started on that siege. These guys can head over as well. They're trying to catch our forces here, but they're not going to succeed. We're 37% war score, and that will just continue to go up as we group together here. We are doing okay for taxes right now. Okay, we have undersupplied armies. Oof. These guys can move in. And here they come. Okay, so what we're going to do here is we're going to split off our mangonels, as well as this unit of levies, and this unit of levies. And then these guys, they're going to make their way up over here. And these will join. We're going to catch them a bit piecemeal here. I think. What's our leadership like? Only skill 21. We could put in a skill 28. They're actually going to fight us here. We have reinforcements on the way. But actually, this is fine so far. They seem like they might be too late. They're filing in kind of a little bit at a time. Now advantage is turning against us. We need to get in there with our reinforcement force. But no, it's too late. We need to retreat. So we shall. And these guys, we need to figure out where we're going to retreat to. Where are we going to retreat to? Do we want to just white piece? Honestly? Honestly, I feel like we do. Let's just white piece and get out of this. Cool. No more worries. And we'll disband these once they're done retreating. They're only retreating to right here, so that's fine. We probably could have won that war, but I just didn't want to fight it, in all honesty. That war is not really value added to us. So that is great. We're out of that. No harm done. Let's come up over here and get some additional constructions done. We'll attend this guy's feast. That's fine. Simple earthworks. Okay, I don't necessarily like that over here. I would like to replace the hill forts, but there's actually nothing to replace them with here. So I guess that is just fine. And same thing here. Nothing to replace them with. Cool. We're not going to be ransoming anyone right now. Now, we do need to create titles. That is for sure. Kingdom of Novgorod. Do it. Just drunken ramblings. Okay, so that de jure goes to this guy. Cool. So we'll grant him the Khanate of Novgorod. And we'll demand his conversion. He is actually still kind of upset at us. Desires the Duchy of Luki. Okay. I don't mind that. There you go, buddy. Now he's happy. Fantastic. Only an 8% chance of demanding conversion, but I guess we'll see. This needs to go. He wants a hook? You know what? I'll do it. This border gore absolutely needs to go. And honestly, just our men-at-arms can probably do the trick here, right? Right. So we'll raise those up, allegedly 6 months. We'll see how long it actually is. And it looks like our factionalism is largely dealt with. So that's great. We're very, very pleased to see that. They might come back in 5 years after our white piecers are back in, but we should have a lot more opinion by then, in theory. Emphasis on the in theory. We do have more castle upgrades to build, but they are all currently building. We also would like to revoke these 2 titles. These guys are not very happy with us, to be clear. Not very happy at all, but that's okay. They don't need to be happy. They do not need to be happy. Still another 3 months on this raise, apparently. That's quite a bit, to be sure. 54. Yup. Okay, good enough. Get in there. Let's get this blight on our borders gone. We've got additional blights on our borders up here, of course. And down this way, we are making progress. That's all great. We're going to continue working on that. Basically, at this point, now that we have absolute crown authority, I'm not expecting huge factionalism issues except on succession. I expect a rebellion or two every succession. But overall, that's not too bad to put down, and we can just continue expanding at this point. Very pleased about that. We can, of course, create additional titles, and all of these would be good to create. We just have to make sure that we don't accidentally have some succession issues like we did before. Okay, we have multiple sons. Yeah, that is true. Okay. So there's, of course, this war done. We'll disband our troops, and we need to hand out Cargopol. There we go. No problem there. That can get shifted when we are doing some title work later on. We're not having any issues right now with our vassal count. We're at 68 of 70, so that is fantastic. Now, I would like to attack Bengal, but we need to think about who we want to use our kingdom claim on. And I think the answer is West Francia. They're a kingdom tier realm. They should be an empire tier realm, but they're not. They're missing some stuff down over this way. I think this is who we go after for our kingdom claim. I mean, there's a Byzantine Empire, but they're an empire tier realm. Not going to do too much there. West Francia, though, that's pretty free. Yeah, it'll create more border core, but I feel like that's okay. Are we going to declare this now? I think we need to work up our prestige a little bit more before we can do that. The Kingdom of West Francia is what we'd go for. Indeed. So yeah, we need to be exalted among men for that. So let's go ahead and work on creating some kingdoms and duchies. We can create this kingdom, and that de jure goes right here. We'll grant that to this guy. Excellent. He is the correct religion and culture, so that is perfect. And we just need a little bit more to be exalted among men, honestly. This duchy we'll go ahead and create, and that de jure belongs here. This guy already has a duchy, but sure. Okay, and only a couple more duchy level titles to create to get that prestige. This one goes over here to this gentleman. He's a Khan, but here you go. You get the duchy as well. Fantastic. I think one more. Yeah, that got us up to living legend. Fantastic. This guy becomes the duchy. And there we go. So we're now exalted among men, which means that we can declare on West Francia. And that is amazing. We will have to go in, like, over here. And he has 9,000 troops. This is fine. So how many total will he have? Like 21,000 is the maximum number. That's not that bad, actually. We'd only need like 25,000 to beat that. Of course, we're going for the Kingdom of West Francia, which is his primary title. So we expect all of this will come to us. Let's do it. We're going to raise up our troops up over here. We'll raise our men-at-arms, as well as our levy troops. Again, we're going to need like 25, 30,000 levy troops, somewhere in there. But we'll just get that started. It is, however, time to put a cut in here. So I'm going to go ahead and do that. And next episode, we are going to invade West Francia. You can leave your offerings to the engagement gods in the form of likes, comments, subscribes, and bell ringings. And I will see you all next time.